Hi Aquarius, how are you? All right, this is Aquarius part 2 because the other reading I just did for Aquarius, wow, that was really intense. So if you're in need of a really intense reading, go check that out, Aquarius. But I'm going to see if there's a whole other camp of Aquarians out there that I can read for. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for the energies of this holiday. So we're tuning into the holiday season here, dear universe, and we ask messages be for the greatest and highest good for all of our Aquarians today. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, what's going on for Aquarians? All right, the cards are already flying. All right. We're coming out with a lot of experience here. I feel like you're at a point where you're glowing, for starters. We'll start there. All right, Aquarius, you're glowing. It's like whatever it is that used to hold you back, I mean, it's like you have grown into yourself. You're no longer second guessing who you are. I feel like a few of you may be really finding your flock of people. You know, I mean, I feel like you have this understanding of who you are now, and it makes you feel so amazing. I mean, you have grown into you. And here, you know, among all these people, I mean, they free you. They help you, like, come out of your shell, be you. I mean, they're like, come on, you're one of us, play with us. You know, and you really enjoy being a part of their group. Boy, Aquarius, I mean, life is good right now. I think for a few of you, you're finding, you know, a different way of life. One that is not near so stressful. I mean, look how beautiful that is. Not near so stressful. I mean, you've been coming out of something that was really, really intense, though. Okay, because I saw this feeling of you being very caged. But here you are. Be patient, because I think your life is unfolding in a really special way. Some of you may be giving birth. Or if you're not giving birth, I feel like you could become pregnant because we have all these many moons up here that... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, some of you may conceive because I do have 9 moons on here. So yeah, if pregnancy is something that has been on your mind, I can definitely see that that could be happening for a few of my Aquarians out there. So that's really amazing. So either you are pregnant or, you know, pregnancy, if you don't want to be pregnant, listen, it's right on top of you. So be very careful if you do not want to have a child, because the energy is really wanting to come through. And this could be even like a creative project. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be an actual baby. It could be something that you have this idea, you have this grand idea, and now, you know, over the next few months, you are just going to process it, develop it, bring it into being, you know, before you actually take it out into the world. I mean, it could be something like that. You know, so when you think of birth, it doesn't necessarily mean a child. You know, it could be, you know, the birth of, you know, a project, or, you know, some land that you get, or, I mean, anything. It could be anything. But it's something that's really, you know, true to your heart. I mean, this is something you're going to nurture and take care of. And it's something that you've been wanting to do. I think, you know, if this is a situation where you have been wanting, you know, to kind of come into who you are, you know, and just kind of begin like this, just like really just kind of, because I feel like people are like helping you come into who you are. You know, within the next 9 months, I think you really are going to feel like you are truly reborn in some way. You know, because once you let go of the control, because there's this feeling that, you know, you don't really have, you know, who are you? You know, it's like you would, you know, you're somebody very important. You know, you have a purpose. You know, there is a place for you in this universe. There truly is. You know, and right now, you have to let go of the thoughts that, you know, nah, it can't be that big, you know. Because I think there's something stirring inside of you that's huge. You know, that, oh, that you're having a child. Oh, I mean, because that's the miracle of life. There's nothing greater than that. You know, but if it's a project, it's like, well, gosh, you know, who would ever want to, like, read my book? Who would ever want to, you know, see my sculpture? Who would ever want to come to my music performance? It's like, well, probably a lot of people. Okay. So I think you start to find your purpose in the world once you start to let go of what you think your purpose is on the world and start to just enjoy life, because the group that you are hanging around with, whoever these people are, I feel like they're like their true soul tribe. You know, they talk about that, but like these people, like you've never met a group of people that were so like you. You know, and that's a little hard to believe that, oh my God, really? They're like me? They think like me? You know, I mean, when I was young, I mean, I had somebody actually pull me aside and say, you know, you just got to understand, people just don't think like you. You know, and you as an Aquarius, I mean, we're in the age of Aquarius. I mean, you're connecting with your people. That's exciting. New friends, great friends, spiritual friends. I think a lot of spiritual friendships. I mean, these are spiritual friends here. Look, all spiritual. And you're flapping your wings because you're getting ready. You're so excited to be a part of these people. And you know that, you know, they come to you from a good place. There's a lot of wisdom. You know, you're dealing with the past issues. I think deep hurts. New things are happening for you. Yeah. So I think when it comes to your relationships, it will even be transforming for that. So, you know, if things have been pretty rocky or unstable, I think you're being reminded, you know, to really allow the changes in a relationship to evolve. You know, when you hook up with somebody, it's really great the first 3 months, isn't it? I mean, it's like, yeah, I call that the rabbit phase. You know, it's like, oh, shoot, you can't get enough of each other. You know, and then all of a sudden it's like you want your space. You realize you haven't talked to your friends. You know, it's like, oh my God, it's Wednesday night. God, I'd love to go out with the guys. Oh my gosh, with girlfriends, they're all going to the spa. I want to go to the spa. You know, so then you start like moving in different directions because you become more independent of each other because the rabbit stage is over and now you're like getting into real life. You know, and then, you know, so then what do you do? And it's just like, so now it's like, oh my gosh, it's like we're growing apart and you fight a lot because you're over here and we don't do this together. And, you know, and it's just like, these are growing pains. You have to push through them, especially if like you're having a child. I mean, because hormones are raging and people are all over the place and, oh my gosh, this is new. This is where everybody's nervous, you know, a new phase of life. And I feel like you have to accept the growth that is going to come within a relationship. You know, when you put your roots down with someone, I mean, the roots don't stop growing now that you put your roots down. No, they continue to grow. And you continue to grow up as two individual people, you know, and then you come together where, you know, at the end of the day, you know, your branches are intertwining with each other and, you know, there's love at the end of the day. So I think, you know, you guys are in a real growing phase. This is for somebody out there, you know. That just kind of came right through. But I think give it the time, you know, push through the growing pains, the changes that have to happen in a relationship in order for it to evolve. You know, people have been married for 50 years. It wasn't all happily ever after. Ask any of them. Ask any of them. I mean, talk to your grandma, your grandpa, your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, somebody, you know, who's been married a long time. You know, they'll tell you, you know, go get a cup of coffee. Talk about it. You guys will figure it out, right? So I feel like that for somebody, there's a lot of nerves running high if you're pregnant and, oh my God, what are we going to do? You know, relax. Relax. You'll know what to do. So, all right. Now, I hate to go back, but the last reading I did, and I just think it's with a lot of Aquarians right now, this whole change in the nerves, I think it freaks you out a little bit. And some of you have been crying a lot. Just, I mean, I think the anxiety of your life has been catching up with you. And don't let the holidays just be a part of it. I mean, just relax, enjoy the moment, you know. And if things come up and, you know, they're uncomfortable as part of this situation going on between you and your person, because I do feel like there's a disconnect, you know, and the two of you, I mean, it brings a lot of tears. I mean, this is, you have to either push through it and work through it or not. You know, those are your choices. But to not work through it means it's only going to come back up again. You know, so I think an opportunity to grow will happen between you and your person. And because I feel like you've found like another, it's almost as if what's going on at home is one thing, but it's like you found another venue of people and this group of people is really valuable to helping you push through what's going on between you and your partner and your family. So, I mean, I just feel like that's really important for somebody to hear. You know, it's like you have really good support now to help you through the tough times. All right? All right, let's see. Ooh, here we go. Courage comes out. You got to flow with it. I like these cards. Wait till you see what I show you here. And I have to tell you, you know, you'll free your mind. In the last video, I hate to keep going back to the last video, but I do talk a little bit on meditation and letting go of your thoughts. And I think it's one of those things, it's a good practice for you. Because maybe these people help you with that. They help you, you know, kind of process all of these crazy things that come through that, you know, as long as we don't, you know, engage onto the story, you know, you're going to be okay. All right. So if like all of a sudden, you know, you walk into the kitchen and there's a spoonful of peanut butter sitting on the counter and it's covered with ants and that just like freaks you out. Look, take the freaking spoon, throw it in the garbage. Don't look at it again. Move on. All right. Just an example. All right. So listen, you got to have courage to just kind of move through whatever this process is that's going on. All right. And I do feel like when it comes to you and your person, I mean, you got to be more open, you know, to what's really coming through. I mean, don't be so rigid, you know, let some walls down. Because I think once you start putting walls down, they will put some walls down, you know, and then when you both start opening up, oh, you'll be surprised. You know, when you start opening up, what will come to you? And then all of a sudden, life starts to take on a whole new tone. And there's abundance. And I'm just, you know, and I think aside from getting money coming towards you for whatever it is that you work on, that you're creating, I think when it comes to your life, the riches, you can't even begin the kind of abundance you're going to have. It's like you've earned it. I mean, you have earned where you are today. But you got to lighten up. Okay, you got to start to enjoy life a little bit. Okay, so if you've been in a really heavy place, because I feel this heaviness, you know, you start to let go of the control. That gate starts to lift. And once that grid is up, there's nothing but sunshine behind it. I mean, it's a brighter day. So the issues that are going on at home, you know, you need them to transform. You need to sit within the darker places. I mean, the heaviness. I mean, relationships are hard, especially intimate ones, because, you know, you go deep with those. So I just feel like, you know, lighten up, laugh, find fun things to do, watch only funny movies through the holidays. Just keep everything really light and bright. And I think, you know, the family will enjoy each other. And congratulations to whoever may be conceiving or is about to have a baby, you know, because I definitely see that. That's really, you know, for some, this is going to be a very Merry Christmas. Congratulations. Anyway, let's see. We're 14 minutes in. Let's get some advice, all right? Lighten up, lighten up, lighten up, lighten up, lighten up. Quit. See, I think there is, all right, for starters, okay, sorry, a whole new storyline. I feel like there's an Aquarius out there who either they're very jealous of somebody, of their person, or the other person is really jealous of them. There's just some kind of thing, and it's almost as if I get this real awful nagging kind of thing It's like somebody talks in circles and not getting to the point. And I feel like this Queen of Wands talks in circles, and not really kind of putting out the point, which probably is not that, you know, they're out and about doing anything, is that you feel like they're not paying attention to you. I mean, I feel like this is telling me whatever Aquarius is out there, some of the problems that's going to come up here, you know, don't dodge the point. Don't talk around it. Because I just get the feeling that somebody's going to try to start pointing fingers and blaming and this and that. You know, so, you know, imagine like, you know, you two are sitting on the couch, you know, and you start opening up a little bit and, you know, and it's like, well, it's all your fault, you know, because you did this. This is why this is going on. And, you know, that kind of energy doesn't need to be in a healing conversation. You know, so maybe at the very beginning you agree with each other not to point fingers and just kind of deal with the deep hurts. You know, you might need a third person to sit with you, you know, kind of help you do that. But I just see somebody, you know, rather than, because sometimes when you got to go deep, it's so uncomfortable that instead you get defensive and you bring up anger and, you know, you go in that kind of a direction. So be careful with that energy, right? All right, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What do we have? There's somebody very jealous of somebody else. Okay, jealousy is a very, very wasted energy. Okay. Let it go. All right. You need to, that jealousy keeps you in your own little world in your head. Let it go. Really. I mean, if there really is truly no reason to be jealous, and you know if there is, I mean, you know your person, you know, but if there is reason to be jealous, well, then I think, you know, you let it out. You don't hold back. Something has to change. You've got to let go of this control of these thoughts and making the story up. Because I feel like somebody keeps themselves in this circle, you know, and you talk yourself into this whole storyline of what's really going on, which probably is not even true, you know, but you can't snap out of it because, like, in your mind, you've decided, no, this person has got the eyes for my husband and I don't like them. And, you know, it's like, get out of your head. Okay, get out of your head, because that may not be what's going on at all. You know, that's in your head, but that's not what's really happening. You know, the truth is that person is his secretary, and he needs to talk to her and make sure that the orders go out. She is happily married with 5 kids and could give a shit about your husband. You know? So, I mean, that's an example of how, you know, this kind of Queen of Wands reversed with this Knight of Wands reversed energy is acting. Just saying. Be careful of that. All right, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, advice. Yeah. Okay, you got to get to the heart of the heartbreak. Okay, because this is why you're acting this way. Because you're feeling hurt, lied to. Like, you know, they did it before. Why wouldn't they do it again? Maybe they did do it before. You forgave them. Now they're doing it again. I mean, you have got to get to the heart of the matter with your person. And that's what these cards want you to do. So this is going to be a big growth spurt because it's going to require you to go really deep. And you got to be ready for whatever the outcome is, especially if you really are in search of that healing. Because, you know, you can't keep continuing. So, a lot of messages for different Aquarians out there. Oh my gosh, secret admirer for another Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, boy, there's a lot of you out there. Okay, it's a big world. There's a lot of you out there, so we're just tapping into the collective. I am feeling like there is somebody out there who could be your significant other. And this is somebody who I think you know already you have this really intense connection with. I mean, we have the high priestess with the moon. Okay, that's real psychic energies between you and your person here, your lover over here. So don't be afraid to open up to somebody if it just feels like you have that connection with them. I mean, if you're vibing with them, you're vibing. Period. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. And wow. Capricorn, Sag. Maybe you're Capricorn, Aquarian, cusp, or to look at the last couple, because I feel like they really kind of resonate. You got to let your guard down with this person who's coming in, because you have such a connection that you don't need to explain yourself to them. They get it. All right. There you have it. Lots of messages for Aquarius. So many. So you got 2 readings. All right. So I'm going to end it here. Time for dinner. I will see you tomorrow. I'll probably come back tomorrow and do a couple more readings. So until then, thumbs up for me if you like the reading. Take what works, leave what doesn't. And yeah, happy holidays. Bye.